It's special. I think it means a lot for me to be here and to support him. I think he's had a huge impact in my career, and obviously we have a great friendship. And so over the years, it was an honor to share the ice with him and to learn from him early on, and then eventually to create a bond and to lead together as well. So really well-deserved honor for Z and everything he's accomplished, and I'm just happy to be here and to cheer him on.
We've asked you a lot of questions about him recently. You wrote that piece for NHL.com. Why is it so important for you to show that support to him and just let him know what he means to you and to the Bruins and to the city?
I think first and foremost it's because I don't think Z will do it. I don't think he will. He always wants to be in the back and not really talk about himself, and I think it's important that we recognize everything he's accomplished. I think it's important that we, put it out there, how successful he's been, how humble, the way that he's carried himself as a leader, making everyone and himself accountable, representing his organization in a perfect manner every day. I think to me is important to recognize and important to support as well, and be here for him and show that we love him and we're extremely happy for him.
When you guys became teammates in 2006, you had both had success. Obviously, you were early in your career, but could you have envisioned the success you guys would have together over the next 15 years after that?
No, I don't think I could have imagined that. I was hoping for something like that, but you never know, right, how it's going to turn out and how it's going to happen, and to see it unfold and to witness it and to be there on a day-to-day over the years, and it's obviously very rewarding, and it was a lot of fun to be a part of it. As Z will always say, I think it was such a team effort from so many different people, and it was pretty cool to do that with them and the rest of the guys.
And just finally, what does it mean to you to have the personal relationship that you have with them now and to be so close?
Yeah, no, I think it's that's what hockey is all about. I think that's what I'll remember the most about the game, and I've always said that. I mean, I feel like the game has given me more than I've given to the game. So to have that friendship and with obviously a lot more teammates, it means the world to me, and it's very meaningful. And so it's beyond all the accomplishments and everything else. At the end of the day, when you look back, that's what stands out the most. So it's a great night to remember those 14 years that we had together, and it's a big night to celebrate Zdeno and everything he's accomplished.
Talked to Z and I said I would like to come and support him because we grew up together, and obviously he deserved it, and I don't know when next Slovakian it's gonna be, so I came here because of him and also my friend Duncan Keith. But it's great to see the guys who deserve to be inducted, and it's a privilege to be here.
What does Z mean to you and to Slovakian hockey in general?
It's a huge part. I know, like I said, know him since a little kid, and they should make a movie after him because the way he grind, what he achieved, the dedication, it's well deserved, and I don't know anybody who trained harder than this guy.
What was it like to compete against him?
That was tough. I'd rather play with him than compete against him. You could buy him a dinner, everything was nice, but on the ice, he didn't know the friend, and he could play hard as possible, and he didn't make it easy on you.
What does Z mean to the Bruins, to hockey, to Boston?
Well, he's an iconic figure amongst hockey players. Really a self-made Hall of Famer to be acknowledged tonight. We all know the accolade that's happening shortly in Boston, and takes his rightly place amongst the greatest players to ever wear a Boston Bruin uniform.
What's it been like for you personally to see his evolution? You competed against him, then you worked with him, you're working with him again, you were his GM. What's that evolution been like?
It's been a special relationship for me, obviously watching him prepare as a player and lead a club through a tough transition and eventually onto a Stanley Cup. Visiting him in the hospital after he broke his jaw. We were 19, and couldn't talk. and all he wrote was "I'm playing," and you really think about those moments of a player's perseverance, of a singular person trying to will everybody else to do it like he does. It says a lot about him. But now getting a chance, he's back working with us in a mentorship and advisory role. He's got the same commitment, at the earliest levels, whatever player he can, the oldest player he can impart his own wisdom and knowledge about. And it's been a great journey to be a part of.
What was it like to work with Z when you were the mayor of Boston and he was doing so much for the community and for the Bruins?
It was awesome. Z went to all the different events. St. Francis House on Thanksgiving, he'd be carrying the turkeys in, and it was amazing. And, he's such a great part of our community. As a player, still, and as a retired player, he has, one story I thought was great about Z. I was in the mayor's office one day, and I got a phone call that Zdeno Chára is standing in line at Special Services. He had rode his bike there to get a permit. So I called the commissioner. I go out and get Zdeno Chára out of line and take care of him. Yeah, he was just a regular guy. Like, he didn't call favors in. So he's I'm so happy for him and his family. This is such an honor for him tonight. I'm thrilled to be here. It's awesome to be here watching him be inducted into the Hall of Fame.
What do you think he means to the city of Boston as a person and as an athlete?
Well, as an athlete, he's special. He's remarkable. He won a Stanley Cup. Brought that champion to Boston first time since '72, which is awesome. But as a human being, he's just such an active part of our community. People would see him down the North End. He'd ride his bike to the games a lot of days. He was just a special person, and he's one of those athletes that he didn't start his career in Boston, but he ended his career in Boston for the most part. I know he played a couple of places, but he's a Bostonian, and Boston adopted him, but he earned his ability to be a Bostonian.
What do you think it says about the city that so many star athletes stay in Boston after their career?
Well, I love it. I think it says a lot about Boston, the Boston area, greater Boston area, that a lot of these athletes, they'll go other places, but they'll come back to Boston. I think they like the lifestyle. They love the community. Certainly they love the fans. There's a lot to love about Boston, but I think it's also a testament to Boston that these athletes do stay here and come back to Boston. And having Z in the greater Boston area it's great to have him there. And I'm really happy for him tonight. He's a humble guy. He's just a special person. I've had a chance to have private conversations with him over the years, and he's one of my favorites.